your brain could not possibly analyze these charts that quick, all this information at one time, and make good trading decisions. It's just not possible. You can't process all this information. So we have a better way of showing order flow, and it makes it super simple. So when we say 3 time frame buy or 3 triple screen assessment, means that we have to have order flow going down on your highest time frame, down on your mid time frame, and down on your trading chart. That's what we mean by triple screen assessment. Right? So our order flow assessments looks at the delta of each candle and on the 2 higher multiples, and it places this value into a 15-period SMA. Now, it's not a standard SMA. It has an algorithm and some smoothing factors and some other stuff in it. So it's not just a 15-period SMA. So when the 15-period is sloping up, it'll be green. When it's sloping down, it'll be red. And when it's going sideways, it'll be yellow. Okay? So the next thing that is the second most powerful force that moves price is the triple screen assessment of the Laguerre, which gives us momentum. So if you have momentum and order flow, then the market should move, right? So when we say order flow, so in our candles, we have, and I'm going to pull over charts because it's just easier. You know what? The next slide is easier for me to show. So as you're getting acceleration and momentum, the wicks, so we have the wicks inside the Renko bars. The wicks get smaller as we get more acceleration. So you can see this here. It's going up, and you see the wicks are small, 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 small. Then we got a little bit of a pullback here. That's how we tell the acceleration, and the same way to the downside. Right? So what we did was, the next thing is we added on the bottom here, which is our modified Laguerre, right? And what we did was we took all these indicators, the Williams percent, the Statistics, RSI, the Chaikin oscillator, and some other things, and we took all these indicators, added an algorithm to them, and we developed the modified Laguerre, which is on the bottom here. So the modified Laguerre does not show divergence like other oscillators, but it shows the strength of the trend. So so the modified Laguerre has to be going up everything we do is triple screen assessment right now. So we want to have momentum going up on the highest time frame, momentum going up on the mid time frame, momentum going up on the small time frame, on your trading time frame. So what we did, we took all the percent K lines and we did the same thing. We added some algorithm to it and some smoothing factors. And when it's going up, it'll be green. When it's going down, it'll be red. And when it's going sideways, it will be yellow. Right? So we're building on this. So the modified Laguerre is on the bottom, but right above it, this indicator right above it, is how we display everything, which makes it really easy to understand. So when the modified Laguerre crosses below 20, you'll get a red in this indicator. When it crosses back above 20 and is sloping up, you'll get lime green. When it crosses over 80, you'll get dark green. And when it crosses below 80 and is sloping down, you'll get orange. So this was sloping down, then it turned around and went up. It turned to lime green. And then it crossed over 80, and we have green over here. Now, the next thing is our acceleration dots. So we want to have the modified Laguerre pinned to 100 or pinned to 0. When it's pinned to 0, you'll get these red acceleration dots. When it's pinned to 100, you'll get these green acceleration dots, right? So the next thing is our quant lines, and that's the third most powerful force that moves price. So what is our quant line showing? It's taking 28 market components. They're examined by the AI system for correlation. Correlation is super important, right? So you have the euro going up. But you want to see if the euro is going up, you'd like to see the Great British Pound going up, the Japanese yen going up, and the Australian going up, all at the same time. No, it's like that saying, rising tide floats all boats. Well, you don't want to see the euro going up and the pound and the yen and the Australian dollar going down. You want to see across the board either dollar strengthening or dollar weakness. And that will give you high probability trades. So we went one step further and we added what we call the C2 indicator. And what that does is bring in a fourth time frame. So now we're not looking at triple screen analysis, we're looking at quadruple screen analysis or assessment. And what that does, it gives you a higher probability that you're in a strong trend. So we basically did the same thing. We just take the multiple of screen number 2 and multiply it by 3, and that gives us the fourth time frame. Right? So putting it all together is really easy. It seems a little complicated, but it's a little easy. But before we do that, I'm going to pull over this chart. Right? So this is a chart of NQ. Doesn't matter what it is, right? So remember the candles with all the numbers, the order flow candles? Well, we don't do that. What we do is the outline of the candle. So for instance, this red outline candles are showing us that we have negative delta, or as I like to say, we have more sellers in the market than buyers. What the hell is that? Okay, that means that we have negative delta, which means we have more sellers than buyers. Then the buyers came in and took over here, and we had more buyers than sellers. So instead of having those candles with all the numbers, we make it easy, and we just shade the candle. And inside the candle is the wick. It shows us where the price is, or the price has been in the candle. Nobody else has Renko candles that have wicks inside. And the wicks are very important to us, and I'll show you a little later on. So that's how we determine our order flow, by using those candles. So the money flow tracker system, here are the rules, right? And I'm going to explain what I'm looking at as we go through the rules. The first thing we're looking for is the colored background, either green or dark red, dark pink. Obviously, green is for long, dark pink is for short. That's the first thing we're looking for. The second thing we're looking for is the C2 indicator, which is this stair-stepping line going up. That is the C2 indicator. That's the fourth time frame. So when you have the C2 indicator, it's telling you, hey, we have 4 time frames in agreement now. The next thing is the solid line is our trend line. And the line before it, we just call the 15. Right? So we always want to have going up the 15 below the trend line and going down the trend line below the 15 for a short. The next thing, so we have these pivots that are drawn on the charts, and we also have higher time frame support and resistance areas. So if you're trading into a pivot, you have to wait for the candle to close. The body of the candle must close. 3/4 of the body of the candle must close above the pivot. And then you wait for a pullback candle to get in. And I'll explain that a little bit later. Right? The fifth thing you need, both quants. The top is a short term, the bottom is the long term. Must be the same color. Easy enough, right? Easy peasy. The sixth thing you need is the multiple time frame gear must be in agreement with the quants. Right? The next thing you need is that the modified gear, which is the bottom, I was explaining this indicator a little while ago, must be pinned. This must be green, and it must be pinned at 100 or 0, so we get the acceleration dots. Right? And there you go. This is a good trade setup. Waited for it to break, entered on the pullback here, and this trade exited when the 15 changed from green to yellow or red. 63 ticks. That's $630 per contract. So the money flow tracker software gives you clear and exact entries, clear and exact exits, and we have pre-configured targets. So I'm going to teach you how I trade breakouts with the money flow tracker, and I call this the pullback and go strategy. And we sidestep a lot of trades with this strategy. Actually, today, I believe we sidestepped 4 losing trades using this strategy. So what are we looking for? All right, so you can see that we have the pink background, we have the C2, we have the 15 above the trend line, right? The only thing here is we have an orange multiple time frame gear, which is okay, you can trade on orange, right? I prefer everything to be red, but I do trade on orange sometimes. So here's the 3/4 candle that broke the pivot. Here's the pullback candle. So let's say you're getting in a trade, and let me get something to draw here. And why do we wait for a pullback candle? All right, so we'll do this trade. So once the candle pulls back about halfway, and I'm terrible drawing with my mouse. Once it pulls back halfway, then what we do is erase all drawing. When this candle pulls back about halfway, right, we click on our trading platform, sell on down close. And why do we do that? Because we're getting a pullback here, right? What happens if this pulls back and goes straight up like that? We have our order right here. This was a head fake, a false breakout of this pivot. So that's what I call sidestepping a losing trade. And sometimes we miss trades because we don't get a pullback candle fast enough. And that's okay, because I would rather miss a few trades here and there and sidestep a lot more of losing trades, potential losing trades. So let me get back to my mouse. So here's some trades. So here's a trade on RTY, broke the pivot. I placed my order as this candle was pulling back, buy on up close, and there it went. And there are my markers for my trade. Here's another trade on crude oil, broke the pivot, pulled back, and went. Here's a trade. This isn't a pullback and go trade, but this is a trade. Well, actually it is. That's 36 ticks on copper. Here's 2 trades on the Canadian dollar, one here and one here, for a total of 54 ticks. And here's some other trades that we've taken. Here's a trade on gold for 60 ticks. Now, we didn't have to wait for a pullback here because we didn't have anything in the way. Natural gas. This is the VWAP, so we would have waited. Here's a trade that I took on CL. Here's my entry, my first target, and exited on line change. This trade was $550, and I trade 6 accounts. Okay, that's $3,600. So now I'm going to talk about the money flow tracker auto trader, and I love the auto trader. Okay, so the auto trader follows the rules that I all just explained to you. We only traded on MNQ, and we use a 24/60/120 Unirenko bar. So every time we get a new bar, it's 25 ticks, 25 ticks, 24 ticks, 24 ticks, 24 ticks. So this trade was 704 ticks, $3,520. This trade was 665 ticks. This trade was 1,016 ticks. That's 254 times 4. Another trade, 632 ticks. Another trade, 792 ticks. And you know what? This particular trade, I wasn't even home when it took it, and I came home, and I saw what we were up. Here is the equity curve for 2021, and here is the equity curve for 2022. Yes, Umberto, it's being recorded. All right. So you can see the auto trader, and I'll show you what the auto trader has been doing. Okay. And I'm just going to, the only way I can do it here is to go to Chart Lab and go to Performance by Instrument, and then change this to MNQ, because it's the only thing I trade MNQ on. Right? And here's MNQ. So that's the, so this was the March contract. We did 2,000. This was the June contract. We did 44.16. And look, we're up $10,000 on the MNQ contract for September. All right. So now the most powerful software and trading methodology is available to the small retail trader. We won't sell the system to anybody except independent traders. Why? Because we want everybody to have an edge, to have a fair edge. And if we start selling this software to large traders, we might not have that edge. So what is trading success equal to? Financial freedom. No financial pressure. You work from home. You have no boss. You have no commute. You sit here and you watch the charts and you wait for setups, and that's your job. It's like I tell people, you get paid to be patient, right? And if you're not patient, you'll end up paying the market. Now, not every trade is a winning trade. We have plenty of losing trades. But if we have a losing trade, but we followed the rules and we followed the setups, that's okay. But if you don't follow the rules and you don't follow the setups and you lose money, that's on you, right? And that's the biggest hurdle that most people have. Now, I showed you earlier that some days we haven't even traded. We didn't even trade because we didn't have any setups. So it kept us out of the market. So the best thing, one of the things that I like about the software the most, and some days I don't like it because I don't get any trades, but it keeps you out of choppy, low volume markets. When you don't have institutional players in the market, you're trading along with retail traders, right? And we know what retail traders, most of them lose money. So why would you want to trade with them? Okay. So how great would it be if you can master trading with the money flow tracker software and achieve financial independence? How great would that be? You could just sit here like I do every day. I sit here and I wait for my setups. And if I don't get any setups, I don't trade, period. And that's what's helped most of the people in the room have learned to be patient. Actually had somebody the other day ask me, was I ever in the military? And I said, no, why? He says, because you're extremely disciplined. He doesn't know me very well. But when it comes to trading, I have to be. I have a responsibility to every single person in the trade room to take trades that are qualified and that follow the rules. So now you have two choices, right? You can do nothing and continue on your current path. And if you're being successful, then I wish you all the best and God bless you and continue on what you're doing. But from the polls, I gathered that most people aren't as successful either as they want to be, or most people aren't successful at all. When I saw the money flow tracker software, I was making money trading, but I wasn't consistent as much. I wasn't as consistent as I needed to be. So the money flow tracker software, the benefits and the features. Easy to learn. The workspaces are very intuitive. It's perfect for beginners. Sometimes I wish I was a beginner. Perfect for any account size. And you could trade futures, forex, stocks, and options. We have a options room, we have a futures room, and we have another futures room. All right, so we have 2 futures rooms, but the other futures room, they basically only trade one market. Okay. So let me get to some questions here. Okay, so Roland, it is being recorded. And so worst days and times for the room. There is no worst day and time for the room. You know, we start at 9 o'clock in the room, and we usually get done around 12. And if we don't have any trades, we don't trade. And if we do have trades, we do. And that's just the way it is. Either you have a setup or you don't have a setup. Right. Okay. So for those 10 people, for the people that stayed, and we have 10 of these available. So Ken, we trade CL, we trade NQ, we trade gold, and we trade RTY. And we're starting to look at 6E, the euro currency, because it's been moving pretty good. So for the people that's first 10 people, you'll get the market scanner as part of your package, right? It's a $9.99 value, and this is the market scanner, right? So what is the market scanner telling us? It's telling us these are the bar sizes: 135, 248, 2510, 41020, 1020, 40, and this is for the swing trade: 2040, 460, and 120. So we trade different bar sizes for different markets. So like CL, we trade at 2510. Well, it's flat. And same thing on gold, it's flat. There's nothing there. On ES, we trade a 248. So ES would be in a sell condition. Doesn't mean that you just go and sell it. You go look at it and see if we have a setup. See if you're trading into a pivot. See if you're trading into a VWAP or any other obstruction that would cause your trade not to work. NQ, we trade on an 820.40. RTY and YM, we trade on a 410.20. Right? So I have a few things here. I like to look at the volume. I like to look at my lag times, make sure my lag times are good. So you get the market scanner as part of your package. Right? Another thing you get is the NDT execution platform. So I'm going to pull up one on CL, and it looks exactly like that. So basically what it does is when you want to buy or sell, you'll click buy on up close. So as that candle's pulling back to about halfway, that's when you would click buy on up close. Same thing on sell on down close. As it's pulling back halfway, you click sell on down close. So it has the market, has your ATM and everything, and it's really fast on placing the orders, which is what you need to do. So the NDT is a $1,500 value. You get that. You also get the Masterclass series, which is an excellent series on Forex futures, stocks, and options. You get 1 month free access to my trading room. And there was a study done by Dr. Allen, okay, and he looked at 28,000 historical trade records and 15,000 prospective trades. And in his study, he reviewed more than 225 trading websites and evaluated them using several factors, including their transparency, proven track record, and likelihood of them assisting traders with educational materials and online support. And we came out on top, and this was also published in Traders World and Stock and Commodities magazine. Very interesting. So here's the offer that we're doing today. Let's see. So Lobster, that's a pretty funny name, Lobster Thermidor. Does your software work on TOS? We have a version that works on TOS. We call it the Compass system. Okay, and Mattis, is it possible to see you use that system live? I'll have to check with Rory on that. All right, so here's what we're doing today. The software is normally $16.97 a year. We're giving a $500 discount today with the coupon code SAVE $500, which makes it $11.97. or you can do a monthly, which is $295 a month. So for the first 10 people, and I know that a couple people had already purchased because the link is in the chat window, not the questions window, in the chat window. So these are the bonuses that you're going to get. You're going to get the auto trader that we trade MNQ on, is a $29.97 value. The MDT, I said, was $1,500 the value. The market scanner, $997 value. 1 month in my trade room is $127. All the training and all the course on the Forex future stocks and options is a value of $19.97, and you'll get all your software installed and coaching support. So this works out to $100 a month. That's what it ends up being, $100 a month. How many of you have lost $100 today? How many have lost $100 this week? We use it mostly on NinjaTrader 8. Alan, I would contact support at Right Line Trading if you already purchased the software last year, and talk to Rory about getting it set up. Okay, so you get all this, which is an amazing value, for basically $100 a month. That's what it comes down to, $100 a month. And if you take the month free from my trade room and you track the $27 from it, it comes out to less than $100 a month. Okay? So here's my commitment to you if you decide to subscribe. I don't know. I don't understand why everybody wants to subscribe with the software, because it's so awesome. Look, I started with Right Line Trading as a customer, and I loved the software so much, and I was so happy with it, and I was doing well with it, and they were asking for somebody that wanted to start a Forex trading room. So I talked with them, and they said, "You have 12 years experience in Forex." He said, "Would you like to come aboard and do the trading room?" Now, most people don't know me, but I don't what do you call it? I'm having a senior moment. You know, I don't promote any software or any product that I haven't used and haven't been successful with. So my commitment to you is, when you subscribe to the Money Flow Tracker software, is to help you become a successful trader. Now, I can help you, but I'm not there pushing the button for you. So remember one thing: if you're not successful, it's not your fault. If you're not successful, it's not your fault. You're just not using the right tools to be successful. Remember, we want to track institutional order flow, and that's where we want to be trading. So if you don't have a way of tracking institutional order flow, then you're trading with retail traders and you're losing money and getting frustrated and everything. So the Money Flow Tracker software is totally unique, and it will give you that edge to trade with the institutional order flow. So again, my commitment to you is to teach you not just about how to read the setups, but also help you develop the mental mindset you must have in order to achieve financial independence. You know, it's not about reading the charts. Trading is not about just reading the charts. Trading is about how you look at money. Trading is about, if you take a loss, are you going to get all bent out of shape? Are you going to freak out? Are you going to, oh, this software doesn't work, and then you're going to go look at the next shiny object? And I'm telling you, for a fact, I've been there. I've spent a small fortune on trading stuff. I haven't spent a dime on any other trading stuff in the last 2.5 years, because I found that the Money Flow Tracker software is my trading methodology. Okay, so again, you must have that mental mindset, and you must be trading with the right tools. And that's the problem that most people have. They don't realize that trading with the institutions Trading with institutional order flow is how you become successful as a trader, and not trading when the institutions are not trading. So, okay, so Ron is asking, if we start monthly, do we get accesses to the bonuses too? No. If you do a monthly subscription, it's just a month-to-month subscription. The auto trading cost is part of your package. So so let me go back to that. Okay. So I don't know. You know what? That's a good idea. Let me ask Rory if they do. I don't know if he's listening, but I'm going to send him a message. And I'll wait for him to respond. So you get, for the year subscription, $11.97, and you get the auto trader, you get the execution package, you get the market scanner, you get the trade room, you get the videos, and you get installation. Okay, so let me keep going. So I'm just waiting for him to respond. Auto trading cost is, if you do the package, you get the auto trader as part of your 1-year subscription. Okay, Sergio? Funny is that our main program's name is Sergio. Okay. I'm waiting for him to get back. So look, it's a well-known fact that 95 to 98% of day traders and swing traders lose money. And basically they're just taking their money and they're throwing it down the toilet. But not our traders. Our traders are making money. So when the retail traders are throwing their money in the toilet, institutions are taking that money from them. And since we're trading with the institutions, so are we. So we trade with institutional money flow or order flow. All right. Oh, Rory's answering questions too. So that's good. All right. So again, so Rory, how many people have already signed up? Okay, 7 people, and some more are coming in. Okay. So let me see if he'll just type a quick note. So he said that if we go over 10, he will still do the bonuses for $11.97 till midnight tonight. Okay. So this is a video. It's got probably 30 different people giving testimonials, if not more, but this is the first one. So this woman here, when she came to Mark and she wanted to learn how to trade, so Mark taught her things. So she didn't know anything about trading. She didn't know what NinjaTrader was. She didn't know what a tick was. She didn't know what CL or NQ or anything was. And Mark taught her things. He took her under his wing and he taught her how to trade. And he said to her like this. This is what I would say to her if I would say to her, okay, when you get, let me find a clean looking setup here. Okay. When you get this stair-stepping line going down and you have a red outline and you have everything below here red and you have your acceleration dots, you take the trade. So that's what she started doing. As long as she had the C2, she takes the trade and goes down or whatever. She gets stopped out, then she gets stopped out. But make it super simple. All right. It's either a good setup or it's not, period. And now she's a 6-figure trader and she doesn't trade every day either. All right. Here are some testimonials. Every day, outstanding. I want to show you a testimonial that somebody gave. Let me see if I can open this email. Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's wrong email. This was from one of my traders in my trading room that was really not successful at all trading. Let's see, where is that? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Look, this guy here. All right, I don't want to show his name here. Okay. This guy here. He says, I first discovered right line trading in May of 2018. I was intrigued by their setup. It was nothing like I've seen before. I started using the software to day trade futures, but didn't have much luck. I stopped trading futures and didn't restart until recently. There were two things that inspired me: money flow tracker software. Discovered there were numerous firms that would provide capital trading funded accounts. Okay. I watched a couple of webinars that David Kirshner did in a unique method of money flow tracker software. I started watching David's trading room every morning and learned his trading method and, with more importantly, his rules for trading. We only take specific setups, and we follow the rules. We have a success rate of 70%. He's trading 7 Apex funded accounts and 7 accounts at Blue Knock. The money flow tracker software, along with David's methodologies, allowed me to act like a robot and eliminate guesswork and motions from my trading. All right. C setup, push button. C setup, push button. And that's it. Basically the same thing that Mark taught that other woman, the same thing I teaches everybody in the trade room. We see the setup and we have good volume. And one thing I didn't show you, how do we tell with the volume? Okay, so on the bottom here, okay, it gives you a number. And every minute, this number reverts back to 0. So it's telling us how many contracts are going through the market. Right? How many contracts are going through the market per minute? So on NQ, we know that the average volume per minute is about 1,500 or more. And if it's 1,500 or more, we know institutions are trading. And if it's like 300 or 400, we know that retail traders are trading. That's how we tell when institutions are trading. Okay. So again, for $11.97 or $2.95 a month, you'll get all these bonuses. The automated trading strategy is worth it all by itself. Actually, I have people that only trade with the auto trader on MNQ because they have jobs and they can't sit in front of the computer all day, right? So what it's saying, we're done with the 10. So listen, if you like to ask some questions or you're interested in the software package, put your name and your phone number in the questions box. And either myself or Rory will call you after the webinar. And you can ask as many questions as you want. How do you get market order information? Simon, I don't understand what you mean by that. So if you can reword it. So how do we get market order information? Okay. If you put your name and your phone number in the questions box, we will guarantee you the special price. Okay. So if you're thinking about it, if you have questions about it, just go ahead and put your name and your phone number in the questions box. We will only call you once, or if we don't get an answer or whatever, then then we'll call you back or we'll leave you a message. Okay, I can do that. So Ben is asking, what are the 3 additions to the software package? Well, I'm going to show you here. Let me go back. So you get, with the software package, you'll get the auto trader. I just showed you earlier that the auto trader on the September contract has done over $10,000. You'll get the NDT execution platform. You'll get the market scanner, which is this. The execution platform, which is this. It's how we execute our trades. you'll get the scanner, you'll get the trading room, which is $127 a month for the trading room. All right, and you'll get coaching and support from me in the trade room. Look, there's not always, we don't always have trade setups. Sometimes the markets are quiet, the volumes are low, so we answer questions, we go over trades, we talk about different things. We, you know, if there's nothing going in our market, I just don't want to have dead air. You know, I want to be productive. I like to be productive. So what I do is we look at other things. You know, we talk about trading mindsets. We talk about trades. We talk about a lot of different things. All right. So look, I'm telling you one thing. $11.97 for the whole year with all these bonuses comes out to $100 a month. I asked before, how many people have lost $100 this week? And a bunch of people said, I hate to say what I lost this week, right? But if you look at go to my homepage here. Filters do not apply to this page, so let me go ahead and remove all these filters. Just pick that. Okay, so if you look at my trades for when we didn't trade, oh, there it is. Well, sometimes it takes a minute to populate. In August, this is what we did in August. We're up to $8,900 in August, right? And look how many days we didn't trade. 2 days we didn't trade, right? And we're up to almost $9,000, and we still have a whole nother 2 weeks to trade. But this is what I've done on a yearly basis, January. And this program, one reason why I like it, it shows me my results week to week, right? So this January, we did 83.29. February, we only did 4,000 because it was slow. March, we did almost 10,000. We were just short of 10,000, right? April, 59.60. May, 5,200. June, 9,000. July, 9,000. Look where we are in August. We're almost at 9,000, and we still have another almost 10 days trading days. So I think August, even though it's been slow and choppy and low volume, you know, we pick our poison. We pick our days to trade. And when we don't have setups, we don't trade. Here are some other months. Look at this in June. We didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, and we only had 2 losing days in June. One for 375 and one for 360. May, right? We didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days. Look what we did in May, 5,200, and we didn't trade almost half the month. Let's see. Does Edgework come with? No, Edgework is a separate entity. It's a separate company. This software is like $120 for the year. Right? These numbers include. These are all my prop accounts included. How much capital do we need for beginners initially? Okay, so if you're a beginner, I recommend you to sim trade for a little while, then sign up for a prop account, whether it's with Blue Nox or with Apex or with Lilu or whatever, and just trade small amounts, trade micros, and just trade micros. In this way, you'll have some skin in the game, you know, because sim trading, I don't really believe sim trading is a good way to learn to trade. Right? I just don't think it's because you don't have that emotional factor. All right. So Simon's asking, I'm in GMT. So we trade the room from 9 to 12. Hey, look, I have a guy that is in Australia. he comes into the room and he's there till maybe 11, and he lives in Australia. Mary, you can use this for options. You just need the data. So let's say I want to do this. I can hook up my Kinetic end of day data feed. And let's say if we wanted to put this on, I don't know, Apple. Let's see what happens. I don't know if my data. Yeah, I got to put it on a time-based bar, like a daily bar. It just, and okay, so this is end of day data. So we basically, wait a minute, current, oh, that's not, I might not have enough data. Yeah, I don't have the right, oh, you know what it is? I don't have the right template. There's a different template for the, and it's such black chart. So look, here's on a daily chart. You got the C2, got the pullback. Now you trade a little differently on the daily chart. On this chart, you would wait for it to break here and then get this little blue arrow here. Okay, so this entry would have been right here on this trade on Apple. So if you were to take Apple here and trade it until the 15 turned red, that's 2,800 ticks. It's showing it ticks. I could show this in currency. That's $28 move in Apple. And you got in April, and you stayed in this and stayed in this and stayed in this and stayed in this till August. Then you made $28 move on Apple. So yes, you can trade it with stocks, and you could trade options. You can use the derivative. Okay, so all right, so yes, and we do have, can you connect? So we have the Compass system, which is basically the money flow tracker system for Thinkorswim. So if you want to trade Mr. Lobster Thermidor, let me see, Mr. Sirloin Steak, yes, you can. I'm only kidding. So we have the, we have a version, it's a little different, but basically kind of the same for Thinkorswim. TD Ameritrade doesn't have data, live data that you can hook up to NinjaTrader. Okay. So again, if you're interested, we're way past the 10, but Rory said that, let's see. So let me say, open this picture here. And now this is the version for Thinkorswim. So I believe the C2 is displayed with this band. Otherwise, you have pretty much everything's kind of the same. So actually, Rory took this trade today on Lennar on this down arrow and was in it all the way down to here today with an options trade. Do I have an ES? Yeah, I can show you ES here. So let's do ES, and let's put this on the ES time frame. And let me put the template for the Unorenco because it's not showing. Load. So here's my ES right here. Actually took a couple trades on ES today. Okay. But it was taken on something else. So look on ES today. here's a chart of ES. Now I'm going to change this. I don't know why the chart trader is not showing. Do it here. I believe chart trader. I don't know. Don't pay attention to these things here because, let's see, I believe chart trader. I thought it was, oh, here it is. Chart trader, come on. Okay, chart trader off. Anyway, so here the C2 just kicked in. So here was a trade, but these trades weren't taken off of the money flow tracker. This was taken off of something else that I'm testing. So don't pay any attention to those. So here's ES today, really choppy. Here's a trade on ES, break of the VWAP and went up. No, I didn't take this trade. This is an auto trade that I'm testing. So I wouldn't take this trade because I don't go long on a red outline candle. Why would I go long if I know that there's more sellers in this candle? Right? So if you're looking at ES today, ES didn't have a whole lot. Here's one trade, here's a pullback and go here, broke the pivot, pulled back here, and went down a total of 8 ticks. Right? So this is 10 o'clock. You can see it's, so here's the thing is, you can see that it was choppy all morning. We didn't have a whole lot of setups. This was pre-market. So we didn't have a whole lot of setups on ES because it was choppy. So, all right. Do prop firms require at least 500 to trade per? No, less. It doesn't. So what you do is you go ahead and you purchase an evaluation account. I know Apex Trader Funding is running 50% off right now. So if you were to get an account, let's say it would cost you 70 bucks or whatever, 60 something dollars, you can buy an evaluation account and then you can start trading it until you pass the evaluation account parameters, and then you get a funded account. And it's as easy as that. It only costs you like 60 or 70 bucks less. You don't need $500. Look, if you want to put $500 in a Ninja Trader account, you could trade micros, a couple of micros with that. Ifran, weren't you in my trade room, Ifran? Yes, I count all my profits on all my accounts. Okay, because those are my profits. So I'm working on 2 more evaluation accounts also. So again, we're going a little over than I really wanted to go over time-wise. Oh, Ken Kempa says, I'm so glad I got on board with you in the right line system. Tired of boom or bust. Just want to remove motions as much as possible. Well, like I said earlier, the thing I love about the software, one of the things I really like about it is that it keeps you out of choppy and crappy markets. And that alone in itself is worth $100 a month, don't you think? All right. So if you're interested and you want to talk to Rory or myself, either one, I don't know who's going to be calling, put your name, your phone number in the questions box. We'll give you a call. You can ask whatever questions you want, and we will honor this special offer that we're doing today. And that's pretty much all that I have. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. You might regret it. Oh, if friend says he disagrees. Keeping away from choppy markets is worth $1 million, David. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm okay with not trading. if I'm okay with sitting and watching the markets, and if I don't get setups, not trading that day. It's like the old saying is, I'd rather not be in a trade wishing I was than be in a trade wishing I wasn't. So one last time, if you're interested and you want to get this fantastic deal that works out to basically $100 a month and will help you become more disciplined and more successful if you do the work. Put your name, your phone number in the questions box, and we will call you, talk to you, answer any questions you have. No obligation. And that's it. Well, thank you, Simon. Simon says, great webinar. Thank you. Ken saying, my third time in this presentation, it keeps getting better and better. All right. Well, everybody, have a great weekend. Well, tomorrow is Friday, so one more day. Thanks, James. Or you can call us at 786-732-4656. Thank you, Sergio. Sergio says, great presentation. Simon, if you go to the questions box, if you go to the chat box right here, and you open this up and you click on this link, you'll get the offer. So if you click on that link, you're going to get a page like this. Wow, nice page, Rory. All right, it tells you all about it. Tells you everything here, screenshots, everything. You click on buy now, it brings you this page. What you do is you either annual or monthly, you add it to the cart. Right? Once you add it to the cart and you fill out all your information, there is a promotion code. So you would put in save $500, apply the coupon, right? And after you apply the coupon and you go to checkout, it will go down to $11.97. The link is right here. If you go, well, I'll give you the link because I have the link right here. Okay, so here is the link. Actually, I'm going to go back to the other part. Okay, so here's the link. Copy. Email the link. Okay, so Simon, I put the link here in the questions box for you. The discount appears, I believe, Roy, don't they get the same price every year when they renew? If they do a year subscription? I believe that's the same price that you get to renew. If you buy during this offer, you get that price for lifetime, every year. You're locked in, you're grandfathered in. He says it will remain the same. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here about the software. This is a brand new offer, actually, and then you can click here, and it even has the coupon code right here, instant saving. The coupon expires tomorrow. Okay, so you got that there, Simon? You got the link? Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you again. Have a great evening. Hope to see you in my trade room tomorrow or the next day. You won't be sorry if you come aboard with us. Look, I was one of these people where I was getting really frustrated trading. I wasn't as consistent as I wanted to be. Even though I was making money, I felt like I should be making more. And when I got the software, it's like everything changed. And I've been using the software for over 2 years now. So if you want to have those type of results that I showed you, then come aboard. It's not a huge, it's really not a lot of money when you think about $100 a month is what it really works out to. So look, I got to go. I could talk about trading and stuff all day, all night, because I love it. I love trading. I love helping people become successful. Look, I know how it is. I know how it is with people. All right, Simon, we will send you an email. All right, I'll send you an email out with the link in a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to paste your email right now in my email program. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, everybody, have a great evening. Thank you for attending. Take care and good night.